my way. You are the one thing in my way. I know, wow, that is so pretty. Hey, my little newsies, it is 3:41 in the afternoon on Friday. Like some people say, thank God it's Friday, not me. And it's Friday the 13th. How superstitious are you? Anyway, I am on my way home, and on Fridays I always pick a back way, but this time the back way is going to take me longer to get home. Too many people learned my back way. But anyway, my intermittent fasting, I can't say it, is going fine. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I am so sorry for the glare. I don't know. It is partly cloudy, so you'll see it get dark, light, glare, dark, light, glare. Anyway, finally I put on a different scarf. So what can I talk about on the way home? Nothing much. I don't know what I want to eat. I want junk food so bad today. I'm thinking of potato chips. Yum. But that's all I'm thinking about is chips. It must be time for my invisible period. I keep yawning. I need oxygen. Having me my cinnamon and apple tea. Let me tell you guys this Uber life story. I'm going to try to tell it to you right now. It feels like I'm going to lose my voice. It's strange. My throat feels strange. But I'm going to try to tell you this Uber life story. Okay, as usual, this happened a while back. And I get a request. I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and this lady is standing outside, and I pulled up and to pick her up, and she got in a car. She said, before you take me home, can we please look around in the parking lot for my husband? He left me. He left her in Buffalo Wild Wings. I have no reason why. She didn't say. I guess maybe they were in an argument or something. So he took off and left. So she called an Uber to come get her. So we drove around the parking lot, and she said, it's a red car, blah, 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 and all like that. So we went under the parking structure. She all of a sudden seen the car. She says, that's my car right there. She said, that's my car right there. So I'm like, okay. So all of a sudden she's ducking down in my seat of my car. She was in the front seat. She was ducking down, and then all of a sudden I pulled up to the car, and she peeked up. I'm like, well, right before she peeked up to look, I pulled alongside the car, and she said, oh my gosh, first of all, he drove the car and parked the car in another park. The car was running. The man's head was on the steering wheel, and he was asleep. So I told her, well, she got out the car, but I left her Uber running, and she got out the car and was knocking on the window. And I told her, don't knock on the window. I said, push and shake the car, because that's the only way she's gonna wake him up. You can't knock. He's freaking drunk. So she started pushing on the car, shaking the car, and he was moving side to side, side to side. So then he woke up, and he looks at her crazy. So he gets out the car, and she's trying to direct him to get in the car on the other side. Instead, he was trying to get into my car, and she was like, no, I'm gonna drive us home, and blah blah blah. And so he gets she finally coaches him to get in the car, and then she had these Buffalo Wild Wings, and she gave me her Buffalo Wild Wings, and she just thank you, and she appreciated so much. But I'm like, how you gonna give me some of your leftover Buffalo Wild Wings? Give me a freaking tip. Anyway, that is my Uber life story, and I'm sticking to the story because it's true. So my second Uber life story, since the first one was so short, this is my second one. And the second Uber life story was when this man left his cell phone in my car, and I accepted the ride, and I picked up a lady and a man. They were at a bar, kind of bar club like. So the man gets in the car first. No, does the woman get in the car first? I really think he got in the car first, but I'm not too sure. She had to coach him in the car, and she gets in the car, and he was just thanking me, and thanking me for picking them up, and on. It was getting irritated at him thanking me. But anyway, I got them to their house, and he got out the car. They both got out the car. That he was constantly thanking me. Thank you for getting us home. Thank you for picking us up. Sorry. And he was just overly thanking me. I'm like, well, no tip, but you so graciously thank you. So anyway, they get out, and I take off. Before I can get off of their street, I get another ping. I go pick up a carload, which is 4 people. They get in the car, they get in the back, and they say, oh, the man handed me the phone and says, oh, someone left this in the car. And then it was a lipstick. Oh, and this too. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So the man says, you want me to try to call? I can call the person. I don't know which number he was going to be calling, but he was going to call some numbers out of there to let them know I had the phone. And I forgot to tell you, this was New Year's Eve. God. New Year's Eve is crazy, so I'm going to make sure next New Year's Eve, I'm going to make sure this year that I get me plenty of sleep and not work in a salon and go to Uber. But anyway, he says I can't call out, the phone is locked. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So I set the phone in my lap and the lipstick in my lap, and I took them to their destination. So I called it a night because I needed to get home and go over my Uber app to report that someone had left their phone. I had to take pictures of it and send it to Uber, and then I told them it was okay for them to have my number so they can contact me to get their phone back. So I came in like, that was like about 3:30 in the morning, 3:20, 3:30 in the morning, and I went to sleep after I reported, and then I woke up the next morning. I think I woke up around, I want to say it was between 6:30 and 7 in the morning, and I think I was doing something on my laptop, or I can't remember, but I wasn't doing anything important because I was still tired, but I was up because I know I had to finish getting the dinner together, because I had the greens and peas, but I still had to make the rice and the cornbread. And so I was fixing my meal when all of a sudden the phone rang. I'm like, oh my gosh. It says his name in GF, I guess for girlfriend. So I answered the phone. Hello. And she said, is this the Uber driver? And I said, yes. I said, you guys don't know how hard I was trying to get that phone back to you, because because after I dropped off the other people, I tried to find where I dropped them off, and I just could not find it. I was having the most trouble driving around trying to find out where I was. I was like, I can't. So anyway, I says, yeah, I was trying to get it back to you guys last night, but I couldn't, because I couldn't find it, your address. So I talked to the man, and he was thanking me. I'm like, yeah, I was going through the same thing. I was trying to get the phone back and blah, blah, blah. So he said, we said the general area where we live. So I says, okay, I'll meet you at Cardenas. And he says, okay, in 10 minutes, we'll meet at Cardenas. So I just threw on some jeans and some my shoes on, grabbed the phone, lipstick, and I went to Cardenas, and I sat there and I waited for him. I didn't want to be the one that was late. I wanted to make sure I was there. So whenever he pulled up, he said, which car was I in? Because he couldn't remember from the night before, I'm sorry. So he came, and I remember he was said green truck, so I seen a green truck. So I pulled over there, and he was like, thanking me. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. I'm like, he does this, even if he's drunk or not, he does this. So y'all, me and the sunlight and going different directions. So I gave him back the phone and then the lipstick, because we already confirmed it with the girlfriend that yes, that was her lipstick that she left in the car. And then so I gave it back to him and everything, and then he said thank you. So he started looking in his wallet. Bam, he pulled out $20 for me. I'm like, thank you. So now I'm saying thank you. I'll thank you to him. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he was one happy camper, and I'm glad that he was able to get his phone back, because it is hard to lose a phone. So I'm glad that they found the phone before he had the service turned off and everything. But then I got a message from Uber that was, I guess they had said that they got their phone. So I cleared up with Uber that everything was settled. So that's the end of that story. Now I have another story for you guys. Uber number 3. Let me see. One more Uber life story. Okay, this story starts off where I get a ping as usual, and I accept the ride. I always accept the request unless there's something wrong with my app and I can't. But sometimes I accept, or sometimes I get requests before I can even drop off one person, and I get another request, which works good for me, because as soon as I drop them off, I just go pick up the next person. So anyway, this Uber story is, I went to go pick up this couple. I did not know it was a couple, because I never know. I only have one name on the app when I'm going to pick up someone. But it was a couple, and I didn't quite know it was a couple until I hit the freeway. So the woman was sitting on the curb at the address. That's too bright. Anyway, I'm gonna bring y'all up closer so y'all can be all up in my business now. So anyway, the girl was sitting on the curb, and at the address. So I turned, and I kind of thought she was crying, but it was kind of like a little showers on and off that night. And this was on was it Saturday night? It was on a Saturday night. I think it was on a Saturday night. But I didn't realize that she was crying, but I kind of thought she was crying because she had her head all down. So when she got up to go towards the car, I looked in front, and there's a man coming. So he gets in a car behind me. She gets in a car behind me on the passenger side. So all of a sudden, she's just boo-hoo crying. It's getting louder and louder. I turn up the music a little bit. I hit the freeway, and she's bawling and crying. And then she starts screaming at the man. She started yelling at him, talking about, why you do that to me? Who is she? You're deleting your Facebook. You're gonna delete it now, and all your social media. And the man was behind me laughing. He was laughing, and it was like, oh my gosh. So, and then she was saying stuff like, yeah, and he was like, well, why are you in my Uber? She said, because I need a way back. I got to get to the room too. And so I thought I was taking him to a motel, but actually I was taking him to a residence. So she was like, yeah, you're gonna feed me too, and blah blah blah. And what else she was saying? Well, she was saying so much stuff. She said, yeah, you're gonna feed me, and you're gonna delete your Facebook, and blah blah blah. And then when I got off the freeway, she said, oh, can you stop? And she was saying she didn't have any money, but she said, oh, can you stop at this I think it was Jack in the Box. So I stopped at the Jack in the Box, and then since they were in the back, I pulled up to the window, or to the speaker where he can order, and then I pulled him up to the window. So all of a sudden now it's like she's okay, and then it's like they kind of got into a little bit when I got them closer to home. But anyway, it was crazy because I thought that this woman was gonna start hitting on him because he kept laughing, and that would have irritated me so bad. For someone you're mad and you're trying to get your anger out, and you're crying and you're upset, and he's gonna laugh. And I was trying not to laugh because he was laughing, because it's just the idiotic things that she was saying, you know, being young. I'm like, how you gonna tell somebody to get rid of your Facebook? That's your Facebook. If the man don't want you, the man don't want you. And it was so much I wanted to say to her, and it was so crazy. All the music that was playing had to do with kind of like, I can't remember the songs that were playing, but it was like things that like or I don't need you, or something like that. And then another song came on, and was she singing it? It had to do with like, I don't need you. I swear, when I get in this car and I pick up people, the music just seemed to change. When the people come in, it's like, this music is actually for them. It's just crazy. But anyway, that's my Uber life, and I'm sticking to it because it's true. So now that I told you guys 3 Uber stories, and one, I won't have to do one for a while. So if I could say I love you, you can definitely love yourself. Bye.